In North America, there's a state like no other. There's a community that you might not expect to find. After looking, you can find a hip-hop and rap community in Minnesota. Artists trying to make it before time runs out. Because this is a game of high risk, high reward. These are the artists trying to make their living in Minnesota. Finding community in the Northbase.
Well, name is Tuvok the Word, T-U-V-O-K, Tuvok the Word. Man, I represent truth. I represent being authentic to who you are. I represent just using word, using spoken word, using the life-creating, the death-creating power of speech in music. That's what I'm about.
Yeah.
Life and death and the power of the tongue.
That's what my name is, Jubei Osiris. Life, Jubei Osiris, life and death, that balance. And it's also like bringing things to life and letting things go.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yeah, well, that's what, that's spring and fall, man. You know?
Yeah.
That's spring is the resurrection, you know, and the new life, the new beginning, and fall is that peaceful death.
We can only pray that all of our deaths are like that peaceful.
Right.
Yeah.
For real, man. For real.
I've known you for a long time.
Long time.
Yeah. And I've known you've like gone by many names over that time.
Yes. Yeah. Several names.
So tell me about this name, Tuvok the Word.
Yeah.
Who are you? What tell me about that. Yeah.
It's interesting because Nerdy gave me the name Tuvok. He
really
knighted me Tuvok the Word.
Did y'all hear that?
Yeah, actually.
Exclusive, man. Has that been told on interview anywhere before?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. But I mean, not a lot of people know that.
Yeah. Almost exclusive.
Almost exclusive. But yeah, so Tuvok the Word. Nerdy gave me that name, and it is kind of a great the summary of who I am as a person. Tuvok, my namesake, is a Vulcan from the series Star Trek Voyager.
What's a Vulcan?
Vulcan is, I guess I take for granted how nerdy stuff that I know.
Yeah,
So anyone who's not into Star Trek, a Vulcan is a species, a race of sentient humanoid beings. They, I guess, feature-wise, they pretty much look exactly like humans, except for very pointed eyebrows in front, and then also kind of higher, more pointed ears as well. Yeah. Which my ears are kind of a little higher pointed as well.
Right.
So their whole life philosophy surrounds logic, and logic being what rules over emotion. And learning from history, learning from the past, learning from a world in which they used to live that was ruled by emotion, and it was violent, and it was chaotic, and then now living within a world controlled by logic and sensibility, there's peace and process. And so that's some stuff that I really took to heart, to a fault sometimes. I
was gonna say, be careful.
To a fault, because like I'm very logical, and I need things to I need to be able to process things like in an orderly fashion. There has to be a system, there has to be organization in order for me to move.
That's right.
And so sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing.
I feel that.
But that's what it is. That's who I am. So that's a piece of who Tuvok the Word is.
And the Word.
And the Word is power, man. The Word is power.
The Word, I got you.
And also Tuvok as a word.
Like Tuvok the Word.
The Word.
I got you.
Like Tuvok the Word itself, Tuvok, there is no definition that I could find, that anyone can find,
Okay, yeah,
of the
yeah.
word Tuvok.
Except for maybe the writer of the show.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So for me, Tuvok the Word, as a word, not necessarily having a definition, it's about being Tuvok. The word is about it's about finding that definition. It's about the journey to define oneself and the journey to find your own meaning. And I feel like that's something that everybody is living for. It's something that everyone can relate to. Just that feeling of that search of defining who you are. I'm 30 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's this year.
Yeah, me too. I'm about to be 30 next summer, you know, so yeah.
Forgot how much older you were.
But just like the wisdom, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Yeah.
hearing it come through. That doesn't come from just 1 year. Like, oh, like I know everything now. Like that's experience.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
And wisdom would never say, I know everything.
Yeah.
A wise man knows what he doesn't know and knows that he knows not all.
Which is what makes him wise.
Yeah.
You, I would say maybe in the past 2 years have been embracing that name, right?
Yeah, 2 or 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, before it was other stuff, but yeah, that's really been the banner
2 or 3
since
years
then.
now.
Yeah.
And you recently played a show, I would say that's like the culmination of like this new career with Jay Holiday. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, that was a really great opportunity. Shout out to the Poorhouse for having national acts come through and reaching out to local talent. Like a lot of venues don't do that. A lot of venues have never done that. And so really shout out to the Poorhouse who sent an ask to Nerdy and Fairplay and just saw if any Fairplay Entertainment artists wanted to be a part of the show, and thankfully I got that opportunity that way. So it was a really great show. It was interesting because I wouldn't call myself an R&B artist by any stretch of the imagination.
I could see you kind of like sliding in their lane.
Exactly, exactly. But I do though, because like my music is very smooth in the same sense of R&B, and so I feel like it fit really perfectly for the night, and the vibe was ideal, and it was a really cool pocket to exist in.
You were gonna tell me the songs that you played. Do you want to? Tell me. I interrupted you with a different question.
Pull up the set list. So yeah, it was. And one thing I'm trying to get better at, one thing that Nerdy is helping me with a lot, because he's really good at it, is building a set. A show isn't just a show. It's not karaoke. You're not just going up there and doing random songs and seeing what happens. You're telling a story. That's what. Are we breaking the fourth wall? I
hope y'all are taking notes, man. Take notes.
You're telling a story. You're a storyteller. That's where hip hop comes from. It comes from that ancient African tradition of storytelling. And so you're not just sitting up there spouting out random words. You're taking people on an adventure. You're taking them on a journey. That's why people love music. It transports them somewhere else. Yeah. And so building a set, the song order is important. You have to, and also it affects the moods. And I've learned this from my own show where I've done the wrong song order.
How much time did they give you?
It was, honestly, I don't remember. I think it was like 25 minutes maybe.
Okay. Yeah. Because I mean, there's a big difference between doing a half an hour set, 15 minutes
for
set,
sure.
Right? One song.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, it was 7 songs.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think it was like 25 or 30 minutes. So. The way I wanted to do it, anytime you're a brand new artist and you just want to like introduce yourself, I feel like every artist has that introductory song, like this is who I am, this is what I'm about.
Yeah, I wouldn't call you brand new, but I hear you.
I guess I'm not brand new, but I mean, not a lot of people know who I am, so that's
fair enough.
I'm just
humble.
That's humility is the key to greatness. So
who said that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Tuvok the Word said that. Okay. Tuvok the Word.
Let's go.
So I started off with a song called Engage.
Okay.
And that is a song that is pretty much just like a hype song for myself and just talking about the skill level that I'm coming with, but also using language that's very much Star Trek influenced.
Yes.
And so I got shout out Captain Jean-Luc Picard
you got that
on the sample.
Oh, okay.
In the hook, and so him shout. That's because the Engage is something that anytime you got a kind of like punch it, Chewie, like in Star Wars, right? In Star Trek, anytime you hit the engine, anytime you jump into warp, anytime you're ready to go, you say engage. Like you engage warp engines.
What did you say? Punch a what?
Punch it, Chewie.
That's what I thought
yeah,
you said.
You know, like, yeah, Han Solo, right? You know.
Okay, what's next?
And then the next song was a song called "Baby What's Up."
Wait, hold up. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I gotta see what this is all about here. Just because I have the ability to.
Technology.
Yeah.
Tuvok. Yo, engage.
Come here, babe.
I feel like God is telling me something. Don't rely on business, bro. Watch out for Ferengi, every snake and every sentence, cuz you can call me captain. My reaction never slipping up. My enterprise be in the sky, so my haters be looking up. Your rappers just run amok. I'm just calculating when I double up. Y'all be integrating with the funny stuff.
Okay. Tuvok engage. Man. What's next, bro?
Then what's next is one of my favorite songs, "Baby What's Up," and that's a song that is off of one of my new projects that I just released. Since I released 3 mixtapes or EPs over the past 2 months. Tuvok the First, Tuvok the Second, Tuvok the Third.
There you go. Yeah.
And "Baby What's Up" is on, honestly, it's like 20-something songs. I don't remember which one it's on.
Yeah,
but it's on one of those projects. And that's just like a smooth, like, so the rest of the set I wanted to hype the crowd up, let them know like this is Tuvok, this is my skill set. And then the rest of the set's just like, okay, now since it's an R&B show, let's break it down and make it smooth for y'all. So "Baby What's Up" kind of takes them there, and that song is just like, it's just about that feeling of when you see someone you like at a party. You know, it'll probably been a minute since a lot of people have had that vibe.
Shout out COVID-19.
Right? But, you know, when you see someone that you are really vibing with, really interested in, you go up and you just say hello and you just let them know you're feeling them. And that's what that whole song is pretty much about.
Straight up.
Yeah, and then the next song after that is "Favorite Type." And that that is one of my favorite songs. It's
I think I know that
one of the newer songs. That's on Tuvok. I do know that's on Tuvok the Third. For sure.
Hold on. Favorite type?
Yeah, favorite type.
I'm just gonna jump in here to some random bars, see what we get.
You know your heart is like a magnet, attracting me and pulling me beyond my understanding. Your heart is precious jewelry I never want to damage, and I can tell you truthfully, I show you what a man is. So that means that I show you my flaws, and please don't mind my manners, cause you know they really involved. And please don't mind my hands, because they're busy getting you off. Because I understand your body and I'm pushing to start. I'm sculpting this art, I'm Michelangelo with your heart. I deal it apart, but girl, I'm never going too far.
Man, like sometimes I forget like where my style came from. Like for real, you actually influenced me a lot. Like for real. Like
I feel like I've changed so much that can't even be true.
No, it's true, man. I hear it. Even all these years later, I was instantly just like taken back to that basement. You know what I'm saying? Like just freestyling and shit.
Dude, you inspire me, man. I do stuff sometimes. I'm like, man, that's Jubin. Like, just some registers. Just some registers in my voice, and I'm just like, yeah, no, that.
Yeah, I definitely learned how to freestyle like from you, though. I'll say that on camera right now.
I appreciate that.
What's next?
What's next? Pray. Pray is next, and that's a song. I talk about my faith a lot, and within my music, and Pray is just about when you're not really sure what's going on, where you're not really sure how you're feeling, you're not sure what the next step, what the next plan is for you, and sometimes all you can do is just pray and hope for the best, and just kind of put those thoughts, those feelings, those vibes out into the universe, and and in my case, I just pray to God and hope that He's guiding me in the right direction. So that's what that song's about. And the next song after that is a song about relationships
Do you meditate? Sorry.
No, go on.
Do you meditate?
I try, yeah. I used to meditate when I worked at home, because I have to drive into the office, but when I worked at home regularly, I took some time in the mornings to meditate. I do think that's really important, but I just don't always have the time.
I feel like prayer and meditation would be like a great combo.
It is.
You know?
It is. Well, and that's like, I mean, for anyone who follows the teachings of Jesus, that's kind of what he did. And that's like exactly what he did. That's exactly how he taught people to be. It wasn't just praying and walking away.
Yeah.
It was like praying and then like being able to like exist in the stillness, being able to exist in the silence, and meditating and thinking and contemplating about just your actions and your intentions and all of that. So, and that's a lot. That's a lot. Like Jesus would, I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but Jesus would like dip and just meditate. You know, like that's kind of how
they said 40 days.
Yeah, you know, like
where you at, bro?
Yeah, so it's just it's important, you know. Well, whether there's spirituality attached to it or not, meditation is still an important practice just for your mental health and healing.
Yeah. Sorry to cut you off.
No,
I had to
good.
like process that for a second.
Yeah.
To give you like an actual response, you know. But go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, and so so then after that, it's this song called "You're Not For Me," and it's about the other end of relationships when it's the end of a relationship, and you just coming to a conclusion. And maybe there's not necessarily bad blood. There might be bad blood. You know, a lot of different things happen, but there's a moment sometimes when we're in a relationship where we realize that this person is not the person I'm supposed to be with, or this relationship isn't the relationship I should be in. And it's sad when that happens, but it's just about coming to that conclusion and making the decision to move on.
I don't know if there's much more to be said there.
No, and that's pulled from some real stuff that's happened to me in my life.
Me too.
And you know, so and then the song after that, which was really cool. So like I opened up for Jay Holiday, and my brother Brandon Polfus was also rocking the stage as well that night. He also opened up on the stage as well, and also representing Fairplay Entertainment.
It's one of the first cats I ever freestyled with too.
Really?
Oh yeah. Maybe even actually before I freestyled with you, like
possibly
it was more influential. You were more influential on my style, but just being from the same area naturally, you know what I'm saying?
What blows my mind is that I've never met Brandon until I started doing Shut Up and Rap.
That's crazy.
It's like I know how he knows so many people that
honestly,
we know.
I bet you have been standing right next to each other, like somewhere.
Maybe.
For sure. I mean, like, we're just all in the same circles.
Yeah, probably. Maybe. I'm sure maybe I saw him.
Make music.
Yeah.
Black.
Let's start. We keep getting smaller and smaller. In Egan. But I'm just surprised. Like, I know so many people that he knows. But, yeah, I didn't really meet him until Shut Up and Rap.
That's crazy.
Back in 2017.
Yeah.
So we had this song together that I released as a single early 2020.
I remember.
Called Just Right. And it's just about writing, just doing what we do, just writing our feelings, our thoughts, our hopes, our dreams, our failures, and just put it on paper. And then and that was a dope performance as well. I feel like we always do a great job. It's always cool rocking on the stage with somebody. You feed off each other's energy,
and then off the crowd feeds it, and it's
you know. And then I wrapped the song up. This is kind of I wrapped the set up. It's kind of a really good, solid conclusion song for every set that I kind of do. It's called Page. And that song was off of my very first project, Namesake EP. Page is just about realizing and remembering that your life is a story. And it's not over until it's over. And no matter what your past chapters have looked like, you still have more story to be written, more story to tell.
Reminds me of something called Turning Pages.
Yeah, I mean, a little project called Turning Pages.
I think I need to relax and pay attention to the mysteries of this vision, the gifts that I haven't given. I'm not trying to make these rappers my competition. I just want to collaborate. But to set the record straight, I ain't kicking it with niggas who exaggerate or fill their hearts with hate. It's time to levitate above the child's play. It's time to ruminate above this foolish haste.
Because I can hear your style progression.
Trying to make every day a dopest day. Cause every day is a blessing, but every day I get stressing about righting my wrongs, about learning my lessons, about moving my life into the right direction, about finding the light. God, I'm tired of guessing about murderous acts, about the resurrection, and Lord, I pray for protection. Lord, I pray you forgive me for sins I am confessing. Yeah. I'm living a story that is unfinished. Every day is another page unwritten. This work is unpublished, but I love it. Even though I know it is not perfect, but every day is another page. Every day is another page.
Yep. Yeah.
Yo, every day is another page. Every day is another page. They say
You're gonna have to go check it out to get the rest.
Stream it everywhere.
Man.
Stream it everywhere. But yeah, it's just about remembering that every day is another page. Don't give up. Yeah. And
Tell me about what influences your style? Like who were you most influenced by originally, and then eventually like now?
Man. Originally, like I'm thinking like way back, like to even do hip hop, like Common, man, for real. Common, just content.
First rapper you put me on, yeah.
The vibe, just the way that it was like real, like poetry over beats. Like it was legit. It was just like something else that, a lot of most popular, like obviously Common's popular, but like in regards to the type of like hip hop that I mostly listened to at the time, or at least were first introduced with, and more like radio hits, stuff like that, like party music, like clubbing music, which is the vibe, which is all good, but like it was just hearing something that was just more like a smooth tip, something more that wasn't just about, it wasn't just the hype, it was what happens in the other spaces. And so Common really was a big influence, and also a lot of, to be real, a lot of Christian hip hop as well. I think about like Gospel Gangsters, I think about Cross Movement, just like the lyricism that they had, and not having, and just the thought that goes into what words that they do use, what words that they don't use. Like I've always been like, spit your game, talk your shit. Like I understand there's a time and a space for just saying whatever you want to say, but I'm very, very purposeful about the words that I say.
You are, yeah,
completely.
Yeah.
Like when I write my lyrics, I'm very intentional. That is what Tuvok the Word is about, because words have that power. So I'm very detailed and specific about the words that I speak.
And on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, right. We got Bob Barker up here. But I'm not gonna front. I kind of drew inspiration from that.
Yeah.
Like I want to do that too.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
And just being who I am. And
exactly.
So like so just those types of artists, have really, really influenced me originally. I would say now, like what really has been influencing my sound like now is like Isaiah Rashad, like definitely, like top. Like if people come at me say I'm biting Isaiah Rashad, fine. Like that is okay. That's fine. I am fully prepared to accept that as a critique, because he is such an amazing, talented artist, and his music just has that vibe where you can hype up to it and you can also vibe out to it, and just have that, with lyricism attached to all of it, and so I really, yeah, Top Dog, yeah, and really everyone at Top Dog is like a major influence, but really Isaiah Rashad and Wu-Tang Clan, that's kind of been what I've really been listening to over the last year, 2-3 years. That's an influence, yeah, always.
Okay, and we're in Minneapolis now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, if someone came here, didn't know music, what do you suggest? What should they know about?
That's a really great question. Well, first and foremost, I would say they should know about Fairplay Entertainment.
There you go, yeah. You gotta put on the squad.
But real talk though, like, I would say they should know about Destiny Roberts.
Oof.
Destiny's on a whole nother level.
Jesus.
And yeah, she blessed me with her presence on one of my projects recently. which is really dope to collaborate with her. Yeah, and Destiny also is a big inspiration. Just to, I don't know, just to a lot of just what I do. She just inspires me just from like a business perspective too. Like she's got a clothing line, got all this stuff going on. Like just an amazing just brain and mind for like business and how to really take stuff to the next level.
You love to see it.
Yeah.
Especially here.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why I asked the question, you know, literally shining the light.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Well, and for real, like not just because they're the same collective, but Fairplay, like the crew of Fairplay, like Lieutenant Sonny, Lieutenant Sonny. If people don't know her name, you are wrong. You are wrong. You are living your life incorrectly. She is one of the most talented performers I have ever seen. Wow. She commands the stage. That's why she's a lieutenant. She commands the stage.
Yeah, well said.
You know what I'm saying? Like she is such an amazing, talented artist, and she can sing. She's got bars. She's a really great dancer, and most importantly, she's a very kind human being. Lieutenant, put some respect on her name, for real. Like absolutely amazing. Brandon Polfus. I am constantly inspired by how he writes bars. He is a bar for bar. He will tear you up limb from limb lyrically.
He is a battle rapper.
You know, like he will battle, and he's not afraid.
He's definitely a battle rapper.
I am not a battle rapper by any stretch of the imagination.
You could though. You have that flame. You have it within you. Hey, man.
I've just never been good at freestyling. It's never been. That's never been something
like Brandon
I was good at
is like a true
battle rapper. Yeah, off the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit you where it hurts. Like he's got it, and he's got that power behind his bars. Like for real, man. Mickey Breeze.
Right.
Super talented DJ. Like the thing, scratching is a lost art.
It's becoming a lost art.
Scratching is becoming a lost art. And
or maybe it just is, yeah.
And maybe it is, I don't know. But I'm telling you, like, but DJ Hayes and Mickey Breeze got it on lock.
That's a crazy like combo to have in one entity.
And then Mickey Breeze, like the beats he makes are amazing.
Yeah.
His bars are amazing. He
can spit too.
He can spit too. Like everything he does for his own music is just so incredible.
Sometimes I forgot. You're right.
People forget, but people should never forget. Mickey Breeze has bars.
He was spitting off his phone once. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
He writes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And Mickey Breeze, I don't know if anyone's listened to Duel, but this EP has
his project.
Yeah, I think this is his latest project, Duel. And he's got like some really deep, like emotional stuff. That's the type of stuff that really resonates with me when people are being vulnerable, when people have bars, have dope beats, and you have that vulnerability piece. That really touches me. So I really vibe with Mickey Breeze's music for sure. You know, and then of course, we got Minneapolis Drew Woo in the building. That's his calling card. You know, he might pop out like Batman if you say it enough times. You know, like yeah, Minneapolis Drew. Man, just very talented young brother, like for real. Like I met him in Shut Up and Rap as well, and he did very well. He's performed a lot. He did really great in that competition too, because he does a great job of having that crowd interaction, that crowd participation. So like necessary. He's not just up there just spitting random bars. Right. Like he's there, like really. He's a true showman. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. He's a true showman. He's an entertainer. Book Fairplay. Also, all my music is streaming everywhere. Follow me at Tuvok the Word. I'm on all the things. And that's it.
Well, you would say you're decent human. I would say you're exceptional human and an example for all of us.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. A shining example, man. Amazing father, amazing friend.
Thanks, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I couldn't ask for anything more than a friend, honestly.
Dude, I mean, that's crazy, man. That means a lot,
I don't just call someone my friend, you know, like...
No, I feel that.
Yeah, so...
Yo, staring at the city. That's a lot of stuff has gone away. Staring at the city though is here. Do you understand?
To stay.
Staring at the city is here.
Yeah.
Bringing voices, helping artists have voices in the community, letting people know who people are, bringing this talent to light, shining the light on others. That's really dope. That's powerful stuff. It's powerful work. What you're doing, man.
Man, thank you. Thank you for coming too.
Thank you for having me. Live long and prosper.